Okay. Is there a way for me to, like, afterwards go back and edit it?
No.
Oh, okay. Hello everybody, I'm Hunter. Today our lesson will be lesson 3.4, finding the inverse of functions and relations. The objectives in this lesson are 1, finding the inverses of function and relations, and 2, being able to graph them. To start out, let's do just a simple one. So first we have y equals 2x minus 4. So in order to find the inverse, you switch to the exponents. So y is now x, and x is now y. And we want to isolate y to get it back into the original form. So first you will add 4, which will be x plus 4 is equal to 2y. Then you will divide by 2 to isolate y, which will be x over 2 plus 2 is equal to y. And that's the inverse of the function. What this is used for is for finding the inverses and being able to look back and find what you did. So moving on to graphing it, with what we'll do, we'll simply graph it just as a y equals x. So for function 1 and function 2, function 1 we can plug in negative 2 through 2. So negative 2 would be 2 times negative 2 minus 4. This is going to be negative 2 minus 4, which is plus a negative 4. That's negative 4. So that will be negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 1 will be negative 6. 0 will be negative 4. 1 will be negative 2. And 2 will be 0. So to graph that, it's again negative 2 negative 8 up 2 over 1. And function 2, you'll plug in the same things, negative 2 through 2, which if you plug in negative 2 over 2 is negative 1 plus 2 is equal to 1. Negative 1 is 2.5, 1.5. 0 is 2. 2.5 and 3. And then to graph that, just go every other one so you don't have to deal with halves. So if you can't find the inverses with those sets, or that's the inverse, and what these do is they'll cross. And so for real world application, this is mainly used for finance problems. So in this one, when the Gardens decided to begin investing, their financial advisor instructed them to set a goal. Their net pay is about 65% of the gross pay. They decided to subtract their monthly food allowance from their monthly net pay, and they invest 10% of the remainder. So for an equation, all the info is given in the problem. So first we're trying to figure out their investment. So it's I equal to the equation we'll use, and since it's 10% of it, it'll be 0.10, and then times 0.65 of their gross monthly pay, which is then subtracted by 450 for their monthly allowance of food. And this models the monthly investment with the given conditions, and what you'll do is you'll find you can use the inverse to find how much their gross pay is depending on how much they put in for an investment. So to do that, again, you'll switch the exponents, the variables, which is then g is equal to 0.10, 0.65 I minus 450. So in order to do that, you will have to distribute. So that will be 0.065 I minus 450 times 0.10, which is equal to 45. So after that, there are no longer parentheses there to bar it in. So then you will go on by isolating I, so plus 45 cancels it out on this side, and plus 45 will make it G plus 45 is equal to 0.065 I. And then you will divide by 0.065, which again cancels them out on this side, which makes it all over 0.065. And again, that'll be used if you want to find out how much they make from their investment into it. And this will be the final equation compared to the original of .10 times 0.65 G minus 450. I guess that is today's lesson.